Hey, how's it going? So you've got a 2018 and newer Audi A5, S5, RS5, A4, S4, RS4, Sportback, whatever in there, and have rattling door panels. I've already done it, what I'm going to tell you to do, but I wanted to give you the heads up. Butyl rubber tape is the key. B-U-T-Y-L. B-U-T-Y-L. Butyl rubber tape. It is total game changer, and you'll see that the clips that are in the door panel that hold it to the lugs on the door, they're a big rattling spot, and just putting the butyl rubber in around them made a huge difference. I would just get a roll of it and find every joint you can and squish it in and around those areas. I'm also going to do sound deadening material on the door panel as well, but I wanted to try it just with a butyl rubber ahead of time, and it made a huge difference. So get the butyl rubber tape. If you want to get the panel off, look at another YouTube video. There's three T25 Torx screws. Pop the little door panel off. That's right here. Start in this corner and just start popping it loose. There's a screw here, and one down in here, and that'll take care of it. Pop it off. You got the door opener cable to remove. You've got a electrical connector that pops down. The white arm pops down, and you got one speaker to disconnect if you want to take it right off. But finding all the little plugs, removing them, and just putting just a dab of butyl rubber tape in on the back side of them. You don't want to get anywhere near the connector. You just, where the actual electrical connections are taking place, but you do want to kind of make the sliding plug part sticky. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to add more butyl rubber still than what I've done, and add the sound deadening material, but the butyl rubber tape made a huge difference. Here's the rest. Here we are. So you're going to want plastic pry bar, T25 Torx, and butyl rubber tape. Butyl rubber tape comes in a roll. It's just this goop. That's all it is, but it lasts for a long time. Got my driver. I have a heat gun. I'm going to put on some old Dynamat. Here's the beginning of the door panel removal. So to start off with, got to get this piece off. Start from this corner right here. Just pry right in here, or pulling it up. This is the first connector for it. It only comes off that way because at this end, there's a hook that hooks right in there. You do not want to try this end. So just pry it loose, unhook it, set it aside. There's 3 bolts in this door panel. One here, and one here. Get those all out. They look like, yay. And then pull the door panel off, start at the bottom, get your pry bar underneath there, maybe put some tape down. You don't want to scratch stuff, but just start prying and popping those little lugs. I'll show you the lugs here. So here's the lugs, here and here, and they head into these guys here, and this is what causes a lot of the vibration sound, I think. These rattle around and cause a lot of trouble. There's a couple of things to take off. You'll find this thing sticking out. It goes right in here. Just twist it sideways and pull it up, and it releases, and put it back in and flop it down to catch again. There's also this connector here. It looks like this in the door, in that slot right there. You just pop this white arm down, and it releases. When you put it back in, you shove it in, put it back up, it tightens up. So what's going on, I think, a lot of the videos show this whole panel being covered in like Dynamat type sound deadening material, which is fine. I might do that myself. But I think where I'm hearing the sounds from and what I've noticed is when I push on the door panel, the sound goes away. The harmonics go away. And what I think is going on is these little holders are making the sound. They're rattling around. So here's one here. So what I've done is I've taken the butyl rubber, try it one-handed here, just take a little bit of it, and you put it on the edge. Like that. Put a few blobs around, put a blob or two on the bottom. Doesn't need much, just some blobs. And then you snap it back into its home. Right here. I've already done this one. There's no rattling there anymore. This is the butyl rubber's in there and it's keeping it from vibrating. I think that's one of the major vibration sources, or I shouldn't say vibration, the harmonic sources. So there's others too. I'm going to be doing that to these guys too. These guys are rattly. All these things make noises. So you're looking for any source of noise. It's a little strained here, but I've left this plugged in. If you want to release it, there's a little release right here. But what I do is I connect it up and listen for the sounds from music that I know creates the harmonics that are we don't want, and try to find them, and that takes care of the problem. So hopefully that helps, and you guys have some recourse as to get rid of the vibration. Dealer said they took care of it and they don't know what they're doing. There's not a thing in here that has been added for any kind of sound deadening at all. There's nothing that I can see, period. So I'm pretty certain they didn't do anything to actually create a lessening of the harmonics. Hope that helps. If you can't get it off, look elsewhere. There's 3 screws and a panel to remove, but just wanted to show you the nitty-gritty. So this is what I did. Every one of these lugs, sorry, not lugs, the clips that attach to the lugs that are on the door, these guys here, they were vibration sources. So I've pulled it out and put butyl rubber on. This is the key to this whole thing, is butyl rubber. It's just sticky, flexible stuff. Just get a roll of it and put it everywhere. I haven't laid the sound deadening in. I'm going to try it without first to see what it does. But what I've done is, this area here was super noisy. The panel flex between this panel and this panel was heavy. So I put a piece of Dynamat in there. But the key with the butyl is, I've shoved it into all these nooks and crannies. I've popped these, released these little clips in there. You can release and pop these out. Behind each one of these, I put a little blob of butyl rubber. Here's a little blob in there. Here's a blob here. Probably put one right in there. Put one right in here. You just shove it in there. This I've taken apart, put a little piece in there. Anywhere where you find nooks and crannies that are creating vibration, just shove some in there. And you can hear the noise of this. That's a noisy spot. I think when it's plugged in, it'll be okay. But everything else is a lot quieter now. There was a lot of vibration in here before, harmonics in there before, and it's gone now. And like I said, here's some more. Shoved it in there, pulled that, shoved some in there. And you can put the sound deadening material on as well. But I think that's going to make a huge difference.